Alrighty, we are ready to go. It is Art with Sugar. We are going to paint outside right here. I'm hoping to be finished within an hour, hour and a half, but she'll cut it down. And we're going to paint, I know, why would I pick this? We're going to keep up with my expressionism. We're going to do a 2-point, not a 3-point, because 3-point sometimes is really harsh on people's eyes. When I say 2-point, I mean we're going to use orange and blue, purple and yellow. That will be the expressionist point, because you use complementary colors when you work in expressionism. That's what Van Gogh did. That's what Matisse did. That's what Gauguin did. That's what all of them did. And that's why their work is so vibrant. And you look at it and you're like, whoa. So we're going to do that with this little scene here, this babbling brook. Normally I'd have some classical music or new age music or rock and roll. But we're just going to have the babbling brook. And I'll try to talk through it and explain what I'm going to do. I've got my paints out. And I'm going to start, we're working in acrylic. Let me get my brushes, that would be nice. They're all in here. I have lots of brushes. They're pretty old, some of them. But we're going to work with my acrylic brushes instead of watercolor brushes today. And I'm going to start with purple. I got my water back there. And I'm going to put kind of my water line where my water's going to be. We got lots of rocks and we got water to paint. And I'm just going to do this with it. Keep that sharp line and go like this. Just going over here for a second to grab some stuff I got. Take a little sipper. Nothing. I'm going to get my same brush and I'm going to start with my blue, which is going to be around here, that tree. I'm going to start with the blue. It won't be blue when I'm done. Okay, we're painting layers of colors on top of each other. When it's done, it will have a really cool effect. You'll be like, whoa, and now I see what she's doing. But right now, you don't really know what I'm doing. You're just like, whoa, this lady's just layering color everywhere. What the heck? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if this is going to work, you're probably thinking. Well, continue to follow with me and we'll see. Notice what happens when I do that orange? I've got trees and other things back there. Let me start on that. Because we want to create depth. Behind us is a lot of light. And I'm just going to do this to get that light. I'm not even touching the sky. The sky is way up. I'm like doing the tree line behind us. This is what's directly behind us, because when we paint what? I'm always saying it, background and foreground. It's not very clean, but that's okay. Taking this ochre and I'm kind of mixing that up. I'm going to put some ochre back in here too, because we have a lot of that light, but some of it's a little darker. And I like to paint the sides of my canvas. I'll show you what I'm doing in a bit. I'll work on the other side and you'll see what I'm doing. See, this is so much nicer to have real camera people who can capture this stuff, you know, than doing it in your house. Thank you, camera guy. Shout out to the camera crew who are probably looking at this saying, where the hell is she going with this? But she's gonna get it. I'm gonna add some yellow over here too. And I'm painting kind of thin because I'm working in acrylic and I'm gonna layer color on top of each other. Now I've got a hint of that light. Now I'm gonna take a different brush. Oh, thank you. Don't want to waste my good coffee. Now I'm going to add the green. And I'm kind of dapping it because they're leaves from trees from a distance. And I want to give that kind of distance. Some of them are going to be lighter and darker. The ones that are closer will be darker. And the ones from far away, you could see practically the yellow right on it, right through it. Then I'm going to mix this darker green and I'm going to do the same. Wherever I see these leaves, I'm just going to add them. That's a tree, I'm going to put it there. So nothing has to be, you can dabble, you can dot. Because with Expressionism, that's what it is. That's why I like to paint Expressionism, because you can be very fluid. I'm going to get a bigger brush, I think. Oh, I like that. I think that looks better, like a tree better. I'm kind of making my trees and bushes, you can see. Starting with the darks where I see darks. I'm leaving light where there's light. And I'm going to go up here. I like to do this because when you buy my piece, a lot of times you'll spend money on a painting and then you got to spend another $400, $500, $600 just for the frame. And that makes the piece very expensive. And people don't like to do that. And sometimes you'll spend that money for your frame to show your piece, right? But what happens is when you go to sell it, they're like, oh, I didn't like that frame. And they want a different frame. But if you paint on the sides like this, you can hang it and it doesn't need a frame. I started doing that about 17 years ago. And I've been doing it ever since. I like that. I'm adding some of the tree trunks I'm seeing in the back. I'm using purple, but I'm going to go over that brown again. Because we are in a forest and we want to capture that look of the forest. And I'm seeing these tree trunks right now, but I'm going to add some blue too because I want to reflect the water. And see, some people get trapped with color. They think they can only paint brown. They think they can only paint with what they see. When they don't understand, when you're painting, a lot of times, and the masters understood this, the Dutch masters, they would paint with layer with oil. They would paint with layer, like they'll paint a flake. If I was to do a person and I see a lot of blue undertones, they're first, when I'm painting them, they look blue. You'd be like, what the hell, she's painting an alien. No, I'm painting a person. But I want to get those blue undertones under the flesh. I did this one piece one time, and this other artist was like, I did these rocks. It's at the house, Melanie. And the rocks, all, when I started the piece, they were all like purple and blue. And the guy was like, oh, I'd leave it like that. And I'm like, no. But when it's finished, I put the white over it in the undertone because I wanted to get the depth of a rock. Exactly. And with art and color, it's basically that. I'm seeing two right here in front of each other. I need some new acrylic brushes, I think. These are very old, huh? Now I'm going to take my browns and you'll see what I'm doing. I'm not using a lot of like water to thin my medium out. I'm painting rather thick. If I was in oils, I would painting thick too. Because that's the style of expressionism, you would paint thick. I'm just adding some more down here because they're branches. Now, I'm going to step back a little bit. I work top to bottom, and I kind of work right to left. That's kind of how I like to work. I'm going to use my fan brush. And I'm going to add some more over my trees. Taking light and dark. I'm even going into my brown here, which makes that purple pop. Look at that. Nah, not happy. Not happy. Angry trees. Angry, fiery trees by a babbling brook. That's what I want. I want anger. I want frustration, because that's what we're going through in this world. That's why I'm doing expressionism, and I choose a 2-point because I want to shock you. That's my way. That's the way I am. That's the kind of art I like to do. So yes, it'll be a babbling brook, but it's going to be an angry brook, because you got an angry artist painting it. Sorry. I'm not one of those types. It just ain't. I wish I got anger issues, you know? I wish I wasn't that way. I'm going to take this red. That's right. And as an artist, I think that's what you should do. Definitely. I don't want to lose where I'm going down here. I'm going to work more down here, and then I'll finish up there. I'm going to scoop myself down. I want to get this earth to look like earth. Rough earth. I might have to put it here. Here we go. I'm going to mix that orange with that yellow ochre kind of to make it a little less orangey. All those dead leaves in the earth, you know, it's kind of orange. Plus it'll go with that blue I have. as I go down. I'm just mixing the basic of orange where the leaves are, and then I'm going to go over that with maybe some purples and blues to give it some depth. That's a rock. A big rock. Just taking white. You see my rock? I'm going to take this dark brown and I'm going to go under there. This is water. Doesn't look like it right now, but it is. We have another rock here I want to put. And some other rocks in here. I'm just going to not really focus on them, but they're there. I have one that's kind of greenish. It's right here, big round one. I might take some of that green, water it down a little, and add it to some of these other rocks, the purple there. Look at that. Pretty simple, but it just gave depth to our rock. Now, I don't want to lose the running water, so I'm going to do that. Because it is a brook, there's lots of movement here. And I don't want to lose that. I'm going to do more purple. I'm seeing dark purple here in the water. I'm going to go over to the other side here. Here's my fan brush. I want to do a little bit more fanning. First, I want to do this. I'm going to fan over here. I am sliding. It's not in. Great. There we go. Yeah, it'll do that. I just want to make like this little bushes down here on the water, you know, little bushes. That the light hits, you know, from a distance over here. Now, that rock we have right above this, so I don't want to go too much further because we're moving down. Well, let me get my water ready to that point over here. I'm just going to add some blue because everybody assumes water is blue. So it's always good to, you know, add a little blue, even though you don't see blue, because people are kind of dumb. Just saying. And they won't know you're painting water if you don't add blue to it. Exactly. I'm adding more color than I'm actually seeing there. I could just go all brown here. I might. Oh, I could do that now. Just go boom, 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 boom with this brown. Look at that pretty water we got. By doing the blue like I did and the purples, we've taken something as you see, it's just brown, and we've made it something a little different. That's why I like expressionism. Just gonna add a little white. Wish I had a better brush, but you have to work with what you have, right? Taking a brush that's dry over that wet. And you can see what it does. Whoa. Sugar, you are screwing up here. No, it's okay. So we're going to start back and we see some yellow bushes over here. I got lots of yellowish green bushes. I'm going to just put right over here. Up by that rock. That it's coming down. I'm doing the yellow first. I like that one better. Now, I see a big rock that comes down from here all the way over to here. It's a big rock. My water's going to come all the way down, and I got more rocks, and I want green in here because now we have reflection from what's up above. Let me clean my brush a little better. Because we have green in our water. A little bit of yellowish green here. I don't want to lose that. And some green down here and down here. And I'm not worried about any spots because I'm going to paint over them. That might be down in here. Now over here, I have a huge tree that comes over from the side. I'm going to take some of that green and white too. And it comes up here. It's a bigger tree. Go away, people. They're nosy, probably. Most people are. And then I've got these gnarly roots over here that I want to get. That are kind of white and dark. I'm going to use the purple to go underneath these roots. Okay. Seeing some rocks over here. I'm just starting to get them. Just acrylic, it's not turpentine, so nobody can say anything about the environment. It's water. But sometimes you gotta shake out your brushes and kind of dry them, and, you know, before you can go on. So, We're moving down, just gonna fill in that purple for our water. And I want to do it all the way down. I'm just going to let this dry a little bit before I go on. I got to add more rocks and stuff. And more white for the movement of my water. And I want to get those over there, the roots to that tree. But I gotta let that other part dry for a minute. So it don't take long, so we'll have to take a little break, guys. Sorry. Hate to do that to you. Welcome back, here we are. Art with Sugar, the crazy lady who's painting a crazy, crazy, crazy painting. My crazy roots. They don't even look like roots, do they? Yes, I do. I'm just adding some of the colors that I see into my water. I have more green here because I've seen more green. And then I'm going to add some rocks and some white for the movement of my, and then we should be basically done. Adding to the sides. Now, I have to add more of my gnarly roots over here because they come out and around. Now I'm going to get some dark brown. My roots are over here. I'm going to try to move it so he can see what I'm doing here. Whoa, here we go again. It's a lot more rocks. Now, it seems I have a line on my water. What the hell is that about? Let me get rid of it. Probably when it fell, right? So here we go. I'm gonna add some brown in here over that purple. And over on the side here. A bit more brown because it's all muddy waters. Why? Because this was all an old mill. Now, I'm going to add some more rocks and some white for my water, and like I said, I should be done. Except for this area. I'm not pleased with this. That's better. I love painting water. I'm just going to have my fan brush, and I'm going to add some white to where the water is running. Just a little bit. Now right here, I don't know if I can capture it, but I'm going to try. It's not there now. A fish. The light is hitting over here, so I'm trying to capture that with the water. There's a big rock here I want to put. It's got a lot of green on it. Mossy rock. Got some yellow. It's a bigger rock here I want to get. I think I am just about done this piece. I want to do a little bit more on my gnarly roots, and then I think I'm going to call it quits. I want to stand back and see if I'm pleased with it. There's one thing I'm not pleased with, I see right away. If I had a palette knife, I would just come in here and do what I'm doing. Try to put up some lines like it's, you know, like it's a tree. Now, where should I sign it? Don't even think I have a signing pens, one to sign proper. Let me see what I can do. Might have to sign it when I get home. We'll see. We'll see. Nope, can't do it. I'll have to sign it when I get it home. But that's okay. Here we go, my mad painting of the water. We use two-point expressionism. You can see yellow and purple, orange and blue all throughout. Lots of greens and even some red. But here we go. I hope your painting is as fun as mine and as exciting as mine, and we'll see you next month when we paint in plein air. Again, I hope. I will be going up north and I'll be doing some painting. I'll send you and I'll try to film up there. You take care and God bless you. Bye.